From November 25th, 2025, this year, to December 2nd, they're calling it a mass blackout. Not a march, not a protest, no science necessary. It's 1 week where we pull our dollars out of the system and see what happens when the economy feels the weight of our absence. Because we've marched, we've begged, most of us voted the right way. And now we're just going to sit back and test the one thing this country truly worships: money. See, this isn't the first time we've tried this, right? Economic boycotts have always been the heartbeat of real change. From Montgomery to Operation Breadbasket. When the buses lost money, segregation fell. When companies realized ignoring Black consumers meant losing profit, they started hiring, promoting, and pandering. History has already shown us that pulling our dollars hits harder than any speech, any march, any protest ever could. The timing isn't random. Black Friday is the biggest spending weekend in America. Billions get poured into corporations that barely reinvest in the communities that made them rich in the first place. So from November 25th to December 2nd, the goal is simple, okay? Buy nothing that doesn't circulate back into us. You hear me? Support small, support local, support Black. Because when we withhold our dollars, we remind this country that we're not just consumers. We are the economy. So yeah, the mass blackout isn't about canceling Christmas or skipping joy. It's about shifting power and realizing that every dollar that we spend is a vote for the world that we live in. They've ignored our voices. They've ignored our pain. Let's see if they ignore our absence. We're not asking anymore. We are shutting this shit down. Okay? No spending. If you do need something, make sure you go to farmers market, support small businesses. There's a ton of places that you can go to make sure you support the right people, not corporations. We are done. We're done.
The people are going to be looking for ways to organize, and not only does the government know, but this app knows. I don't know how far this particular video will travel, but I made a previous one explaining to everyone that there is a mass blackout on the way. People are looking to get together, stand up for each other, stand up for this democracy, but I promise you the word will not travel as fast. So not only do we need to spread the word here, we need to spread the word any and everywhere we can. Don't you want to take some power back from this government? Don't you want to try and stand up for what is right? Stand up for what we all know we need? Don't you want to let them know that we have a problem with how they do business and that there is accountability that should come? They feel like they will never face the judgment of the people. They feel like they will never be held accountable for what they're doing right now. They think they are going to reshape this society into something that will never change back to what we have all grown accustomed to. And on top of that, they're hoping that we get so desperate that we crash out and result to something very, very violent so that they can be violent back. But that does not have to happen. We can take the same energy that we took at No King's Day. We can take the same energy and apply it to saving our money. Because let's be honest, where are your tax dollars even going? And even if you support what they're doing right now, even if you voted for these people, you also know that our tax dollars are not going anywhere to benefit the American people. They are only going to places that benefit the man in office. Spread the word. We genuinely don't have much time left.
You can't keep scrolling because we have an action. The People's Sick Day has released their dates, and we are aligning ourselves with other movements who have also released the same exact dates. And now it's time for you to hold your favorite creators responsible. There's a lot of people out here claiming to be activists, claiming to be community leaders. Well, let's have them put their money where their mouth is. Every organization that's out there calling themselves an organization for the people, it's time for you to stand up. This is the mission. Complete economic and labor blackout starting on November the 25th, going all the way to December the 2nd, and farther if we need to. Anyone who is not supporting this, can you really trust them? Anyone who's not backing up a blackout, should we be listening to them? You see it all up and down your timeline. Everyone knows what we need to do. And here is the dates. Initially, we wanted to wait. We wanted to take them by surprise. But what we also see is that it's going to take unity. And that means making a sacrifice and putting egos to the side and not worrying about your plan and jumping on with people who are already organizing. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all content creators getting on the same same page. It's going to take all organizations announcing the dates at the same time. So let's go. Pressure every single content creator you know, every single person who puts the news out, who says they're against the Trump administration. Lock in. This is the plan. This is our No Kings 3.0.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Beauty. So let's talk about why this is happening right now. In today's world, Black Americans spend over $1 trillion a year, but only a small part of that money ever circulates back into Black communities. Meanwhile, big corporations, especially those that profit all from Black cultures, music, lifestyle, really reinvest in people who make those trends powerful. That is why the Blackout movement started getting attraction. It is a call to stop spending for one day or even longer, to show how deeply the economy depends on Black consumers. And they are right. They are right on this. It is not about hate or division. It is about economic respect. It is a way to say, if their lives doesn't matter to you, maybe their dollar will. And as a Black person, you should support this movement. As a Black American, you should support this movement. Wherever you are spending your dollar and you are not respected, then you need to stop spending. Anyway guys, let's watch these videos and we will come back for more talk. Comment your thoughts in the comment section, subscribe to the channel to help the channel, and we will be back with more talk.
Let's go.
I know you weren't about to scroll, as I'm about to tell you the most important piece of information of the day. I've been tagged in all kinds of videos about this, so I'm going to speak on it. The Mass Blackout, which is happening from November 25th to December 2nd, I'm all in. I'm engaging, I'm participating. I'll be advocating for this with the Big Beautiful Boycott. We'll be pushing that information in our Discord as well as on our website once it's up and running. The People's Sick Day, who I have also advocated for that movement and their leadership, they've picked these dates as well. All of us, we're all coming together because we have to be one unified front. I'm going to go through the list of asks. You guys are going to flip out. That's fine, but I'm asking you to stay with me because I have a plan for you on the other end of this. First and foremost, if you want to take your country back, all you got to do is hit the pockets of the millionaires, billionaires, and the regime at the helm right now. They speak two languages, money and power. They hold hands. If you take away money, they don't have power. So the asks are this: no work. We'll talk about it. Don't flip out. No spending, no restaurants twice, by the way. Super important. We don't need to go out to a restaurant to eat. We don't need DoorDash and we don't need Uber Eats. I lived in the 90s. I know there wasn't that. No projects, no events. Let's talk about what all of this means and how to prepare for it. I've put together a checklist. All you have to do is follow the checklist and we'll be good to go. I'm also going to put this picture of this checklist in the comments, so make sure you boost that so it stays at the top, and also make sure you save a copy for yourself. Number one, essentials and groceries. People got to eat during this time, right? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to stock up on food, household items, and medications prior to November 25th. Now, we don't want there to be a surge in spending prior to the blackout, so what we're asking is that you buy from local or community-owned stores whenever possible, and you only buy exactly what you need to get through that brief period of time. Number two, your finances. Make sure you pay your bills and complete essential purchases before the blackout period. We're not going above and beyond. We don't need to spend more than we usually do. Just make sure everything that is going to be due during that time is taken care of. We are going to avoid large corporate spending during November 25th to December 2nd. If you must spend, you need to do it within a local business, a small business, something like that. We are not going to engage with major corporations. Now, work is where people get a little bit hesitant. So we're just going to ask that you do what you can. If you have PTO that you can use, that you can take some days off, do it. If you can't, well, then you're still showing up, but you're doing only the essential work. You're not going above and beyond. You're not going in early. You're not staying late. You are taking that full hour lunch break. Whatever your setup is, you are doing the bare minimum, because by doing the bare minimum, you are actually taking longer for money to move through the process. You know what I'm saying? We are also going to pause anything that's optional, whether it is deliveries or a project or something that can be put on the back burner. It gets put on the back burner. The other thing too is if you can't miss work, I get it. You need to make sure you're engaging in the economic blackout part of this, that you're not spending. Now, let's go to number 4, which is communication and awareness. So we are going to inform our friends, our family, anyone that we interact with on a daily basis of our plans for spending or work, because it is going to fall. Yes, it's going to fall over Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all of those important things. You need to let people know why you are not spending and maybe encourage them to join you, okay? You need to share this information responsibly, focusing on the peaceful, legal parts of it. Go ahead and share this video, repost this video, make your own video. I don't care how the information gets out. If you feel like you can't do any of the asks, at least push this information out for others. And then last but not least, after the blackout, we are going to resume spending with independent and local businesses. We are getting away from the corporate overlords, if you will. And after this blackout is a really good time to return to the Big Beautiful Boycott page, which will be up by then, and make sure you are following along with the companies that we are officially boycotting and have officially vetted for their participation in supporting this regime. So I hope all of that makes sense. If you have questions, put them in the comments below and I'll try to do a video response because I'm sure I left some things out. It's go time. Block your calendars out. November 25th is go time.
We have a very urgent message. The People's Sick Day have chosen dates. That's right, everyone. It's go time. And I need everyone to help me spread the message. But there are some things that changed, and I'm going to tell you why. From the beginning of us calling the People's Sick Day, we have said that we are going to do a 3-day economic and labor blackout. We wanted to shut down for 3 days, and we only wanted to give a 48-hour notice. Of course, we thought this is the most strategic thing to do. They don't see us coming. We only give a short amount of time. We wait until we get enough people to make the impact that we need, and then we call the dates. But let's be honest, look around you. Shit's moving, and it's moving fast. Other organizations are calling dates for November 25th to December 2nd, and we decided that that is the time we need to move as well. We have to set our egos to the side. Everyone needs to be doing this at the exact same time. So we push all of our egos to the side and we are joining up with those dates for the most impact. That is the goal. If we don't stand up and do something, millions of people are going to be without food. Millions of people are going to be without health care. This is not getting any better. So it's time for us to take action now, united, no matter what. Even if it's not done the way that we wanted it done, we get it done. So everyone, spread the word far and wide. It is time to take the organized labor blackout. Now it's time for every other organization to jump on board, have any more time. So this is a call out to not only help spread the message, but to hold these other organizations accountable. It's time to make the move. Every content creator, every person with a platform, if you're not picking this up and you're not pushing this message, why? Why are you not joining us? Time is running out. You know it. I know it. So let's go.
Stop. You need to save and share this message if you are participating in the Mass Blackout or the Big Beautiful Boycott taking place November 25th through December 2nd. You're probably going, okay, that's great and all, but I have to put food on the table for my kids, or I have prescriptions. I have to work. This is how I can help you. Right now, let's go over some essentials on how to prepare ahead of time. Stock up on essential food, household items, and medications. Prescription medications specifically, if you have insurance, there's usually something called a vacation override that your pharmacy can put through to get your prescription a little bit early. This may not be available for controlled substances, but for some vital medications, work with your pharmacy on this. Finances, make sure you pay bills and complete any large purchases before the blackout period. If you have like a mortgage payment due December 1st, you can go in and change that to come out on November 24th. You don't get penalized for paying that early. So, and also avoid large corporate spending. You know who I'm talking about. Alrighty, work and commitments. I know this one can be a big one, but I have to work. I have to pay bills. Listen, Thanksgiving falls within this time. Thanksgiving falls within this time. That's a holiday that many people have off, and some people even have 2 days off of work right there. But if you don't, you can request time off or adjust your work schedule now ahead of time. Many companies require 2 to 3 weeks notice for approval. Go ahead and start submitting that right this second. And if you have large projects, deliveries, pause those too until after the blackout period or try and get them done before. And make sure you're communicating this to your friends, family, workplace to limit your spending, limit your availability. You're going to want to let people know what's going on, but do it responsibly, focusing on peaceful legal participation. Let's not encourage any, shenanigans. We don't want shenanigans. We just want y'all to stay at home and don't spend money. And after the blackout, resume your spending with small, local, independent businesses. We're coming up on the holiday season, and I know things can be tough and money's tight for a lot of people, but you'll be helping local small business owners if you shop local and shop small. I know personally, I love when I receive a unique gift from a local craftsperson or a small business. Let's not order from big box or, Amazon. Let's just not do that. So here's some ways that you can prepare in advance for the blackout and big, beautiful boycott.
Mass blackout. I can honestly say I agree. The black dollar, the immigrant dollar, the alien dollar that fuels this country, that is the way we let this present administration know that our dollars move this country. We don't need to march. We don't need to protest. We don't need to sign petitions. We need to speak the language they understand. Money. So what I want you guys to do from November 25th to December 2nd, don't buy anything that does not help your community. Don't go to Publix, Walmart, Target, BJ's, any of those major brand white-owned companies that don't respect us but benefit from our dollar. I think this is one way we get them to understand the power of the blacks, the illegals, the immigrants that fuel this country. See, they don't respect anything else. The only thing that white folks, the establishment, seem to understand is money. And we need to let them understand that while we individually don't have a lot of money, we collectively have more money than they do. So let's show that strength. We're going to do a blackout. They already started the movement over, and I need you guys to support it. We understand that. I truly understand that every white person is not a part of this, but enough of them are to affect the change. So we need you guys, because we understand that white people have always fought alongside us. And for those that have done it throughout the generations, we appreciate it. And we're asking you to do the same thing again. Just stand with us. You don't have to do anything. You don't need to do anything. But specifically to the blacks, the Latinos, the Hispanics, the Asian, the immigrants community, I'm asking you guys, don't spend anything with none of these businesses unless it benefits you or your community. Hit me back, man. Let's do this. Let's show them that unified, we are as powerful as they are.
So I've been hearing rumblings about a mass blackout this holiday season that's supposed to run from November 25th to December 2nd. And I'm all here for it 100%. Thanksgiving is canceled. Black Friday is canceled. These corporations shouldn't see 1 cent of our fucking money. But I do have a question though, right? Why are we only limiting this shit to 1 week instead of indefinitely? The whole holiday season should be canceled, in my opinion. These motherfuckers don't deserve our money. Not when these corporations go out of their way to lobby against the interests of the American people also that they can make a dollar. Not when these corporations and these businesses and these 1%ers engage in unethical and predatory business practices to extract even more wealth from the middle and lower class, all the while dodging their own fucking taxes. We shouldn't just be trying to teach them a lesson for a week. We should be teaching them a lesson until they learn that ultimately, fuck what them shareholders are talking about. We are the consumer. You get your money from us. And without us, you're nothing. This shit should be the target boycott on steroids. Not just for a week, not just for 2 weeks, for as long as it takes. until they learn the lesson they need to ultimately learn. We got to be real comfortable with not getting what we want. We got to be real comfortable with being uncomfortable. We got to get comfortable with making compromises and sacrifices if we want anything to change. And most importantly, we got to identify where we're actually appreciated as far as businesses are concerned, whether that be local or small business. Either way, we got to learn where to direct our dollars such that they are not used against us. I'm all for a blackout, but a week ain't enough. A week is not enough.
There, my name is Stephanie. I'm a blue-collar candidate for the House of Representatives here in Maine, and I need your help. Please engage from the bottom up to help me push this message. Not sure if you guys have seen this yet. We have a massive blackout scheduled for November 25th to December 2nd. This is going to be the biggest economic blackout protest in U.S. history. Summer, you might have heard us talking about the People's Sick Day. This is that. Now, this isn't just not spending money. We don't want you to go to work either. No DoorDash, no Uber Eats, no events, no concerts, nothing. Now, the reason that I'm making this message is because we're starting to prepare. I need all of you to share this. Preferably make your own video about it. The most important part of this blackout is the not showing up to work part. Community that I'm trying to reach is the trucking community. We have a massive distribution chain across the United States. And if we can get the truckers to strike, that's really going to have a huge impact in our favor. I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, I can't participate. I'm a firefighter. I can't participate. I drive a school bus. Oh, you do need to participate because they need to see. And when I say they, I mean the elites. They need to see what happens when the people that they deem as peon, little indentured servants, need to see the power that we hold because they think we don't have any. We're living in a cross between A Bug's Life and Don't Look Up. Don't want us to know how much power we truly hold. And this is the one chance that we can show them. Now, the one exception to this is small business, tiny small businesses, mom and pop stores, you know the kind. I'm not talking about millionaire small businesses. I'm talking about tiny ones. We don't want to hurt those people more than they're already being hurt by Trump's tariffs and whatnot. My name is Stephanie. You can find my main account at Faulkner for Maine or check the link in the bio. I hope you guys stock up on the stuff you need and join this blackout, and hopefully we can make a difference.
So this blackout is not just another hashtag. It is about the Black communities and what they are tired of. They are tired of inequality. So if they cannot get equality through politics, then they will get it through economics. The blackout is happening because people are done waiting for the system to fix itself. They are using the most powerful voice, their economic voice, to demand real, lasting change. And that is why this matters, because history shows it again and again. When Black Americans move with unity, the whole system changed. Share these messages to get to people who need to say it. Subscribe to the channel for more talk. Comment your thoughts in the comment section. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.